Good morning, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Coffee Chats. How is everybody? Good. I'm great. Thanks for asking. Yes. Okay, so today is January 24th, 2023. Can you believe it? Almost at the end of January. Time flies. I feel like I say that every Tuesday, but it certainly does. Did everyone have a nice time that attended last Friday for Chinese Lunar New Year's? Wasn't that interesting? That Gao Hong, she was it's kind of a fascinating performance. I've never seen anything quite like it. So I enjoyed it. I hope you did too if you attended. I'll move on to what's happening today. But before I forget, there was a request from John to get a kind of a consensus, a little raise of hands if you plan on attending the Super Bowl gathering, the Super Bowl party. What's the date? February 5th or 12th? 12th. We have the 12th. So is that something that, can I just kind of get a little consensus if that would be something you'd be interested in attending? Just out of curiosity? Okay.
Are the Vikings in it?
And no. Okay, all right. All right, well, I'll move on. I just wanted to see if there was some interest, and there was a request to see if there was a big consensus of hands up for that one. Okay, I'll move on to today. So Tuesday, of course, we have our guest lecturer or speaker, and that's Susan Brower. She's here in Marion Hall at 10 a.m. She's going to be discussing her adventure to Chile and Santiago, Chile, and the capital of Chile is the Tale of Two Cities, and she'll do her travelogue on Chile today. So if you're not busy, go ahead and come on up to Marion Hall. And then, of course, we have our 1 p.m. It's our writing group, and that is in the West Party Room today. So if you're interested in that. Tomorrow, the 25th, we have our 1 p.m. TED Talks, which is on 991. The three topics for tomorrow are the importance of pain and the path of resilience, the magic of connection, and remaining the actual value of your brain. And then, let's see. Also tomorrow at 1 p.m. we have cribbage, we have open art studios, and 7 p.m. we have bingo and 500, of course, on Wednesdays. I know there's been a lot of questions about the excursion, which is on Thursday, the 26th, which is the movie matinee. So this is the decision that we will be going to the Mann Theaters, which is the Plymouth Grand 15. The movies that start around 12:15, there's several of them. I'm sure you can probably just get a ticket at arrival, but if you would like to get tickets prior, I'd be happy to help you, or you can call the phone number. There'll be a phone number on 991 if you want to call ahead of time. But here are the movies. At 12:15, there's Avatar. Also at 12:15, A Man Called Otto. 12:15, House Party. 12 o'clock, Missing. 12 o'clock, Pantheon, which is a Hindi movie. 8:12 p.m. there's the movie called Plane. 12:05 there's Puss in Boots, and The Last Wish is at 12, and The Whale is at 12 o'clock. So there's a few to choose from. There's been a request for the, 80 and Brady. It's not out yet, so unfortunately that can't be included in the list of the movies. That looks like a good one. All right, so I'll move on with that. On Friday the 27th, there is coffee chats and bridge and poker all at 1 p.m. There, of course, is our 4 p.m. happy hour and our 7 o'clock movie, which is My Best Friend's Wedding. And that is a Julia Roberts starring movie. It's a romantic comedy when a woman's longtime friend reveals he's engaged and she realizes she loves him. She sets out to get him with only days before the wedding. So that's a classic fun movie. And that is about all that I have for this week. And I'll just hand it over to Jeff if you have some announcements.
All right. Just wanted to have a little discussion with Jillian while we do this. Avatar is 3 hours long.
Yes, and I did talk to Steve, and he's willing to take...
Bring them back and, okay.
Yep.
Very good.
Say that again, please.
Avatar, The Color of Water is 3 hours long.
My son's name is in the credits.
What's your son, what did your son do?
He's a software engineer for the special effects.
Very cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And
Shirley Rivkin's son
yes.
is one of the editors of that movie.
That's good, too.
Yes. Very good.
Very responsible decisions.
And so if we go to that one, they'll come back and pick us up?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yep.
what I wasn't clear about.
Well, if we don't do that, we'll go there and leave you there.
Okay.
Now, if Lloyd was going to see The Color of Water, we'd definitely leave you there.
Is your son gonna be there?
No, he's in New Zealand.
Does he always work on movies? Does your son always work on movies? Is that what his...
Yes. He did the Lord of the Rings as well.
Very cool.
That's cool.
And the King Kong.
King Kong. Very good. 991 in the West Building. Are you enjoying it, everyone?
No,
Who's enjoying it?
it doesn't come in.
That's why I'm asking who's enjoying it, because if you're enjoying it, you need to expand your horizons a little more. We have someone coming out today that will take a look at it. I don't know if they'll be able to fix it. I suspect it might be a bad piece of equipment, but we'll find that out and we'll get it fixed as soon as possible. We've got a lot of vacant apartments, and we're doing our best to get those filled up and rented. And does anyone have any idea what the number one objection people have about moving in Ridge Point? Parking.
And laundry.
No garages. If any of you have a garage and don't need it, please give it up. We're talking about the ways to encourage people to leave the garage if they're not. You go walk through that garage and there's all kinds of cars that have a thick layer of dust because the car never moves. The spirit of the garage is to have a nice warm place where you can keep your car that works so that you can come and go as you please. The spirit of the garage isn't to have a car in the garage for when your kids come, they can drive around. So as a staff, we're trying to come up with options to beginning to incentivize, what's the word I'm looking for? I think encourage. We're looking to encourage people to get out of the garage if they don't need it. The next step is to determine that they don't need it and tell them to move. We want to absolutely avoid that at all costs, and we've talked tough before about stuff like that, and it's probably not something we'd end up doing, but we want to be proud of this place. We want to have independent people here, and if we have garages available for them, it's a lot easier to get the kind of people that are the kind of neighbors that we want. So, beginning on Saturday, it is going to be cold. And as I was telling some folks this morning, I have an app on my phone, and you can go to the daily forecast. Starting Saturday, there's no end in sight to the cold weather. It's going to be at least a week. What I ask you, what I beg you, is turn up your thermostats as high as they go. Go feel if your pipes are hot. Feel underneath a window where there's fins on the pipe. Do that. If it's hot, great. Turn your heat all the way down and wait about a half hour and go feel that same spot, and it shouldn't be warm anymore. What you just did is you said, okay, open up heat, I want heat, I have it, great, and then turn it down, okay, I don't want heat, good. The valve closed, there's no hot water flow. If we do that now, and we can find, and it is January, so most of this stuff should have shaken out by now, but there's always issues that come up during the heating season. We just want to make sure that everyone's heat is working as it should. And if it's not, let us know. Because I guarantee you, once we get into the cold snap, we'll get lots of calls, and we may not be able to get there as quick as you would like. We'll get there as quick as we can, but not as quick as you would like. So please, let's all make sure that the heat that we have is working as it should. Does anyone have any questions on that? Yes, Joanne Cox.
If we turn it up to the highest,
Yep. If you turn it up to the question was, if you turn it up to the highest, how long do we leave it there? If your pipes are cold, when you turn it up to the highest, you should hear some clicking or the water going through within a minute or less. And that heat, it's pretty, what you have is you have a valve that's closed. It opens, you're sending 180-degree water through that pipe. And it's faster than a faucet on full bore. So that hot water is going through fairly quick, so it should be, let's just say it's instantaneous. By the time any of us turn it up and make our way over to the thermostat, or over to the pipes, it's going to be warm already. All that is the change of temperature in the metal. It causes things to move and click and all that. It's not an electronic click or anything. It's a characteristic of the aluminum fins. Are there any physicists out there?
My husband was.
Okay, I'm glad Ray's not here because he could probably shoot my theories all to heck, but I think that's what's happening. Yes?
I have a comment, it's not gonna do any good here, but before we moved in here, we looked at the Cornerstone up on 101 and 55.
Yep.
The newer building, big building. They didn't have enough garage space for their residents in that newer building. I couldn't believe it.
Well, Cornerstone didn't have enough garage spots. Cornerstone is an assisted living, right?
Independent,
Where is Cornerstone?
on the corner of 55 and 101.
All right.
It's big, huge.
And as I say, try explain Cornerstone. I don't care about Cornerstone. I love them. I'm sure they do a good job. We're all in this together. There's enough customers to go around. We've got enough problems of our own. But I appreciate that. That's an affirmation for me and us to know that other people have the same problem. So, does anyone else have any questions? Anything they want to say? Carol.
what about Bernie Fickelman's service?
Bernie Fliegelman passed away, and his family is going to plan a celebration of life at Ridgepoint here. And every once in a while you hear something in your day that you say, that's pretty cool. And what Bernie's family is kicking around, Bernie played bingo. So at the end of his celebration of life, they might have a bingo game. How beautiful is that?
That is beautiful.
Maybe we can get more than 20 people playing bingo if that's the case. Okay, birthdays this week. On the 27th, Risa Tolles and Lee Altman and Marlis Rosengren, 3 of them. And on the 30th, Pat Sullivan. So, should we sing happy birthday to our neighbors? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week. Test your heat.